Picture this, it's 1994, and a 19-year-old American kid named Michael Fay is living it up in Singapore. Now, Singapore isn't just any city. It's a place where rules are rules, no chewing gum, no littering, no nonsense. But for Michael, those rules? They might as well have been suggestions. Michael was a bit of a wild child. He got himself mixed up with the wrong crowd, and before long, they were up to no good, vandalizing cars, spray painting graffiti, and just generally causing chaos in the streets of Singapore. To them, it was all just harmless fun, a way to kill time in a foreign city. But Singapore? Singapore doesn't see it that way. You see, in Singapore, they take things like law and order very seriously. So, when the police caught up with Michael and his friends, they weren't playing around. They arrested him, and what came next was something no one saw coming. Michael Fay was charged with vandalism, and in Singapore, vandalism is no slap on the wrist. It's a crime that comes with a punishment as old as time itself, caning. That's right, caning. We're talking about a bamboo cane, thick and sturdy, wielded by a professional who knows exactly how to make it hurt. And Michael? He was sentenced to 6 strokes. Now, this is where things get really interesting. Back in the United States, caning is unheard of. It's something out of a history book, a relic from a bygone era. So when the news broke that an American teenager was going to be caned in Singapore, all hell broke loose. The US government, human rights organizations, and just about everyone with a voice started demanding that Singapore let Michael go. They said it was barbaric, inhumane, and simply wrong. But Singapore? Singapore stood firm. They weren't about to let some outside pressure change their laws. They believed that their strict punishments were the reason their streets were safe, clean, and orderly. And so, despite all the noise, the caning went ahead as planned. On May 5, 1994, Michael Fay was brought into a room, told to remove his pants, and strapped to a wooden frame. The caning officer, trained for years in the art of corporal punishment, delivered those 6 strokes with precision. Each strike was said to be so painful that it left deep welts on Michael's skin, the kind of pain that doesn't just hurt, it leaves a scar, both physical and mental. Michael's story became a global sensation. He was released from prison after serving a few months of his sentence, and when he returned to the US, he was a changed man. But the debate raged on: was Singapore right to stick to its laws, or was this a case of punishment gone too far? In the end, Michael Fay's story wasn't just about one teenager's bad decisions. It was a clash of cultures, a collision between 2 very different ideas of justice. And whether you think Michael deserved what he got or not, one thing's for sure, his tale is a reminder that when you're in a foreign land, the rules aren't just rules. They're the law, and breaking them can come at a price you never saw coming.